On the return journey, we see 3526 at Bald Hill Tunnel, which is near Stanwell Park. It's Sunday, the 9th of October 2011, and we arrive here at the train works to see their third Day Out with Thomas event. Here, former New South Wales Government Railways 1803 locomotive is dressed up as Thomas the Tank Engine. Meanwhile, 3526's Donald is seen here at Thelmere to get ready for the final trip of the day. The locomotive is now ready for shunting operations. Near the display hall at Trainworks, 2705 S. Henry is seen on display with the troublesome trucks, while a 600 and 700 rail car set is seen here next to them, taking passengers to the roundhouse. It is now Sunday, October 22nd, 2011, and here we see 3526 pulling into Padstow Station to pick up passengers to take them to Robertson via the Southern Highlands line. After picking up passengers at Campbelltown, 3526 is now seen racing across the Southern Highlands main line to Robertson, with 4520 assisting. The location seen here is Picton. We caught up with the locomotive at Bargo. We now see the locomotive and the train again at Barrel. Later on in the day, 3526 is now seen departing Robertson, passing the old cheese factory, and be heading its way back to Sydney via the Illawarra line. Here the locomotive is now seen passing us at Engadine. 3526 stopped at Waterfall for a water stop. It is now Sunday, October 30th, 2011, and here we see 4490 with 4520 at Sydney Central Station with the Southern Aurora Club cars, as the two diesels will be heading interstate to Melbourne, Victoria for the annual Melbourne Cup celebrations. It is Saturday the 5th of November 2011, and here we see New South Wales Rail Transport Museum's locomotive 3526 passing us through Janali Station. The locomotive is heading to Wollongong on the Rail and Sail Steam to Surf tour. The 35 class loco was severely delayed due to signal failures around Sydney. After picking up passengers at Sutherland Station, 3526 is now seen storming through Loftus Station, heading its way to Wollongong. The engine is now at Bald Hill Tunnel. Meanwhile, later in the day, 3526 is now seen pulling into Wollongong Station to take its passengers back to Sydney. Later on, we will see a City Rail train also taking its passengers back to Sydney. Our final stop for the day is once again Waterfall. Okay. It's now Sunday the 6th of November 2011, and at Douglas Park we see 3526 charging through, taking the Thelmere Flyer to Thelmere on the Santa steam train. Later at the Thelmere Banks, 44211, one of the RTM's diesel locomotives, is seen hauling 3526 into Thelmere Station. At Thelmere Station we see 3526 now making its way into the Roundhouse Station. 3526 would not take the return train back to Sydney due to a hole in the water tank in the tender. Instead, 44211 will now take the train back to Sydney for 3526. Meanwhile, at Courage Yard Station, 2705 is now seen making shuttle trips from Thelmere to Buxton. At Menangle, we see 44211 making its way back to Sydney, replacing 3526. Meanwhile, 3 diesel locomotives from Independent Rail are seen taking a container train